Good night, everyone, and welcome to our second session of the Agribusiness Ideation training. Tonight, we're going to be having a look at the Model C canvas, particularly the section Theory of Change. So I'm going to share my screen with you in a little bit, and we're going to be looking at the different components of the theory of change, and you're going to learn how to fill out all the different sections. We are having some technical difficulties with accessing the different codes online, so I'm going to ask that you bear with us as we get all the matters sorted out. But welcome again. I see many of you joining, and so I want to say welcome one more time. Alrighty, so I'm going to now proceed with the theory of change as we would want you all to learn how to fill out this section of the Model C canvas. I hope that you have been able to review the notes that were shared through the Google Classroom, and that way you would have a better idea of what it is that we are talking about tonight. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share with you the Model C canvas. I think that you all are now able to see it. Let me know if you are able to see it or not. But this is the Model C canvas that was introduced to you by Inessa in our last session. And as you can see, there are four main components within this Model C canvas. Tonight, we're going to be looking particularly at this section in green, the theory of change. And when we talk about the theory of change, it is really about generating an impact within our communities, within our groups, our cooperatives, and we are going to be generating this impact by actually investing in our businesses and orienting our businesses to address the issues that we think are important to solve within our different communities and contexts. So to start, and uniquely, we will start from the bottom of this canvas. So I'm going to ask you to really take a look at this, the components of this section of the Model C canvas, as it's very important for you to understand the flow, right? And when you talk about the flow, generally we would start at a point understanding the situation and then moving into implementing an action. But in this case, we want you to come up with a vision. We want you to come up with the concept that you want to resolve, what it is that you want to generate as a vision of impact. So what it is that you want to contribute to your community, to your group, to the different actors that surround you. And so we start by looking at the bottom section, and you'll see the vision of impact is at the bottom because that is the main result. That is ultimately what we hope to achieve in the long term. And so before we start to plan, we need to understand what it is that we want to impact, what it is that we want as a long-term result. So, what is the vision of impact? Well, the vision of impact is the overall vision of the change that you want to see in the world and that you believe your business or your initiative is capable of helping to resolve, or to accomplish. Examples of visions of impact would be, for example, the willingness to end hunger, the willingness to end violence and end poverty. So they're very general, but it is what you would want to accomplish in the long term. It's a large goal that you want to contribute to. So when defining the vision of impact, you must take into consideration a primary question. Um, what describes the social or the environmental situation that is going to be positively transformed by your business initiative? That is the question that you want to answer. You want to describe your particular social or environmental situation that is going to cause a transformation, and that your business, your initiative is going to be the contributor to the transformation of this action. So the goal really is to build a broad and deep image about what moves your business, what bothers you and what makes you want to intervene. So this is a passion point, right? This is what moves you as an individual to want to invest in this business. The Model C canvas is very special in that it allows you to match not only a profit-oriented objective, but also an objective that has a contribution to the social well-being of your partners, of your community, and also a positive impact in the environment. So that is a difference on the Model C canvas. It is something that will really help you to accomplish the long-term goals that you would want to see resolved and that you are passionately wanted to contribute to. So once you have established what your vision of impact is going to be, then we go to the top. So we will go back to the top of the table, and you'll see my cursor pointing at it there. And so the context and the problem, no? That is what we're going to be looking at, the context and the problem. So what is the problem that you have identified? So what bothers you and makes you want to intervene to change things? There must be something wrong. No, it's not only about wanting to generate income, but there must be something that we want to resolve. So devote yourself to these questions. Think about what mobilizes you, what mobilizes your partners, and what mobilizes your entire group, right? We should develop this question into two main blocks. One is the context and the problem that you want to resolve, right? And the second is the business opportunity that you want to envision in that context. So, pretty much, we're talking about establishing what the issues are and then identifying a business opportunity within those issues. So, there are many kinds of entrepreneurs and business owners. The distinct profiles contribute to the development of the ideas, right? So it really depends on what drives you, what issue you want to solve within your community, within your environment, that issue that you're passionate about, that is what is going to shape your business. So when starting a business or the journey of seeking to improve results, um, you as the business owner, whom we are going to now call an entrepreneur, right? You need to understand the reality of the customer. Identify what problems, what pains, what needs that your potential customer has, and which ones you are going to meet. So it is about identifying the issues, but not just any issue around the world. It is the issues of those people whom you want to sell your product to. Yeah? So each type of customer will have a reason to buy the product. If you need to, you can ask your current and potential customers for their opinion. That is always a good advice, to ask your customers for their opinion. What do you think? about the product that you want to offer. So, proper market listening, that's what we're talking about here. That makes you learn fast and don't waste any time, right? Wondering how to solve the wrong problems. So if you listen to your market, if you listen to the people that you're going to be selling to, then you avoid wasting time. And this is even more important for businesses that want to have a positive impact in society and in the environment. And these are the businesses that want to help to solve the large and complex problems. And that's why we're here to help you to to solve these big issues. We want your companies, your business ventures to also have a vision of impact, a vision that goes beyond just making profit, but having a positive impact in our society and in our environment. So now, when we talk about the context and the problem, I want to talk to you a little bit about that because this is a key element when you're determining what you're going to be solving. So the customer's needs is what determines the product. Yeah, many a times we want, as the entrepreneurs, we want to bring a product to the market. But remember what I just said? We have to listen to the market so that when we bring the product, the market is going to respond positively. So think about this. People want a hole in the wall. Yeah, people want to hang something, some ornament on their walls. So that is what they really want. No? The issue is that they don't have a hole in the wall to put in the screw. They're not really asking for a drill, but the drill is the product that you want to sell them, right? So we're going to follow that thought process in actually developing our products. So to define the context and the problem that you want to solve, there are a few methods. And to assist your brainstorming, we will share with you the jobs to be done method. This is the method that we're going to be using to help you, to guide you in filling in the sections of the Model C canvas, particularly the context and the problem. So, jobs to be done is a method that suggests an approach to bring clarity of what needs your business proposes to meet. Yeah? So we assume that what determines the purchase is not the characteristics of the person, but whether they can get their relevant problem solved. Remember the hole in the wall? The hole is the problem. That is, they need a hole in the wall to hang their ornaments. It's not a drill that they need, but the drill is going to help them to solve that problem. So what will make your business relevant is to unite the need with the change that you would like to see for your group, your village, your society, and your environment. Right? So that is the method of the jobs to be done. So you can identify jobs to be done by completing the following statements related to the outstanding tasks to your life. So think about how you would complete the statement. Help me. Help what? Huh? Help. You want us to help you too? Think about this other question. Help me avoid. What is it that you want to avoid with your business? I need to. What do you need? What do you need to do with your business? No? Think about these statements and complete them. And when you have completed them, then you're going to see that the answers to this section is going to come very easily. So the answer for jobs to be done is the practical role a product or service fulfills, right? While the emotional and social dimensions encompass the feelings that you get from owning or using it. And when we say using it, we're talking about the products themselves. So that is the context and the problem. So we're now going to move on to the other section with the audience and the focus of impact. Yeah, we're going to now fill the audience and the focus of impact section of the Model C canvas. But before we can do that, we have to ask ourselves, what is impact? What do we refer to as impact? So the impact generated by a business or initiative or a project is the way it affects the community around it or the environment around it. The impact can be oriented to people directly related to the project or not, through the development of the local economy, for example. Yeah. So if you want to create wellness in your community, you don't necessarily have to employ everyone in the community, but you can generate a business that is going to bring prosperity to key actors within the community who then are going to allow for the trickling down effect to happen. And then you're going to have a positive impact in your overall community in the long term. Now, think about the audience. What is the audience and the focus of the impact? Well, they are the places and the people that will receive the intervention generated by your business, or your initiative, no? And that will be positively impact in the short, the medium, or the long term. So when you're thinking about your audience, think about whom you are going to be impacting with your business. It is important that you define your audiences very well in this case. No? So we have a few questions to guide you in defining the audiences and the focus of the impact. So which audiences will receive the interventions or strategies? That's the first question. So which other audiences or focuses of impact benefit from the business flow? Yeah, so think about not only whom you want to sell to, but think also about who else is going to be involved in the process of creating your product and also in consuming or utilizing your product. And so that will help you to define the specific audience that you want for your business. Now, when we talk about interventions, yeah, this is the bigger box in the middle. As you'll see, my cursor there is pointing at it, the intervention and strategies. So what is intervention? Yeah. It is the activities that are more central and general that generate a positive impact, or you can term this as the macro activities, right? So interventions generally are very general, right? General actions that take place. So we can define them as the macro activities. So when defining the intervention, there is no need to identify every daily task. So we're not talking about the operations of the business. We are talking more about something strategic, something that is going to be more central or to the core of the business. So what is a strategy, you'll ask? Yeah, we're talking here pretty much about being strategic. No? So what is the strategy? Well, it is the description of the main means by which results are generated. Yeah? It is the planning and methods used to get to a specific objective or result. So this involves a thought process. So this will allow you to sit down and really think about the different steps that you are to take to actually achieve a specific objective or a specific result that you would want to achieve. To help you to fill this section, we have a few questions that you would want to ask. So what will we do to generate impact? Yeah? So what are you going to be doing to actually reach to the vision of impact. Think about the macro activities in this section and write them down so that you can fill in the interventions. Another question that you want to ask is maybe what is the strategy that you want to use? So the approach, how many steps are you going to have? So think about those. Um, think about those elements there. So examples of interventions and strategies could be monitoring. For example, if it's environmental or socioeconomic issues, there's also commercial support or assistance, support to communication, mediation, facilitation, and negotiations. It could even be the purchase of machinery and infrastructure for the processing of a specific product. It could be the training of beneficiaries for the production of a specific product. It could be all these general actions that you would want to propose. Those are going to be the interventions. Now, we're going to now move on to the more operational part of the plan, which is going to look then at the outputs and at the results. Yeah. So you'll see that here we have outputs and then we have short-term results and we also have medium-term results. And you might ask yourself, well, why do we split the results into two? Well, we usually want to start with the lower hanging fruits, right? Feeling positive about the result is always good and keeps you motivated. So you want to start with the things that you are able to accomplish in the short term. And so when you go accomplishing these elements or these specific tasks that you have established, then you're going to start to feel better. You're going to feel that your business is really going and really reaching its objectives or its targets. And so you're going to keep motivated and keep working at it. Very well. So think about this. The theory of change is a dream. Yeah, it is a dream that happens when a series of changes take place in a given context as the result of a specific set of integrated actions. Yeah. But what are these actions, right? So these are the interventions. So to achieve a dream or an idea, changes must take place along the way, right? So if we are trying to resolve a problem, because generally when we want to sell a product, the product is aiming to resolve an issue. So if we want to resolve the issue, there must be changes that will happen along the way. So it is very similar to building a house. I don't know how many of you know a little bit about building a house, but think about this. You can dream about what the house will look like, right? With the blue walls, the wooden windows. But before it is ready, the house will be a plot of land with piles of building materials. Yeah? So that is in fact the short-term result. Yeah? Obtaining all the materials necessary. And in the medium term, a set of walls will be erected and we're going to have unfinished bricks well stacked up on top of each other, right? This is going to be your medium term result. In this example, the output is one house, right? We're thinking about what the result is going to be. It's going to be one house. The number of buildings that will be erected at the end of the process. And that changes the reality of the empty lot. So think about this. Before you had an empty lot, there was nothing there. And then through your interventions, you're going to end up with one house that is erected. But before you can end up with the output of one house, you need to think about the short-term results. Before you start, you need your materials. So by obtaining the materials, you achieve your short-term results. And then by starting to build your walls, setting up the bricks, then you achieve your medium-term results. Yeah, and then the finishing, then that is going to help you to accomplish the output that you've established. But just to give you an example of how to think about the short and the medium term results. Yeah. For output, um, for the output, you think about what are the measurable outputs of the intervention. Yeah. Note that the outputs do not express change and are easily quantifiable. For example, one house. Yeah, so your outputs are going to be easily quantifiable. So you're going to be able to tell us a specific number, a specific quantity, yeah, that is going to be a tangible result. And it is important to be specific and put together the details that you could imagine. For example, think about this house that you're building. If you are able to add more details, then it will be better, right? For example, you can think about the house, but then you can better define it as a two-bedroom house, yeah, or a two-bedroom and a garage house. Yeah, so you go adding a little bit more of details, yes, and then you're going to have a better defined output. Yeah, so output is what you want to end up with um, as you go along implementing your business. Yeah? So you'll need to define the assumptions here, though, right? So these are leading questions that may allow you to think about what is going to happen before the vision of impact, right? So before you are able to achieve your vision of impact, you have to think about all these things that may happen. What are the other things that need to happen? Yeah? The things that are outside of your control for the results to be achieved. And are the assumptions realistic? Now you have to think about those. What in the short term results, yeah, you can think about what are the initial results to be produced to achieve the impact. Yeah, the initial results, the first things that you want to achieve. In the medium term results, think about what are the intermediate results. Express the changes in the audience and or the dimension of the impact. Very well. So that is it from my side. I hope that this was helpful to guide you to fill this section of the theory of change. Now it is your turn. Think about the impact vision that you intend and the strategies that you have already considered for your business and fill it out. Fill out the outputs, the short term results, and the medium term result blocks of your business. Yeah? Think about what you want to achieve with your business. Very well. So, do you guys have any questions? So Mario Lara is asking if this form is fillable. And yes, Mario, we have this form available in the Google Classroom. And you can click on the link there that says Model C. You will find Model C on Unit 0, the folder that says Unit 0. And then you're going to be able to download this file, or you can open the file online and fill it out in there. Do you guys have any other questions? I see that the rest of my team are here, but I don't know if any one of them is wanting to share something with you. But if not, in the meantime, let me remind you that we're asking you to subscribe to our Telegram channel because we're going to be sharing this set of information that I've just given you, and we're going to send you some videos also for you to get a deeper understanding of the theory of change and for you to be able to fill out this part of the canvas with your thoughts. No? So, is the vision of impact the same as your company's or business's vision? Andrea is asking. Andrea, no, it is not the same thing. Um, the vision of impact is how you see your business contributing to your community, to your members, to your partners, or to, if it's a cooperative, to the entire cooperative, right? Or even the environment. So it is broader than just the business's vision, because your business vision might be that you want to grow, you want to expand in such a time, and it's very specific with the number of years. But with the vision of impact, it is a lot more broad. No, so you might want to end the hunger. You might want to end poverty, and so these are very broad objectives. Unlike your business's vision has a specific time frame, and also will have a tangible result that you want to achieve. So Andy Khan is asking if the form has a final date to fill out. Andy, yes, we expect that this form will be filled out by the end of January. At this time, at the end of January, we're going to ask you all to submit your business canvas model, and we are going to evaluate it at that time. In the meantime, you can send your questions, if you have any, to the Telegram chat, and we can answer your questions there. Or you can send us an email at agri.incubator at agriculture.gov.bz, and then you will be able to um, express your questions, and we will be able to share the answers with you. No? And we're going to guide you and help you as you go along filling in the form. So if you have any questions with regards to the theory of change, please send us an email, send us a chat on the Telegram channel, and let us know. Let us know what it is that is troubling you, or what it is that you need some assistance with, and we will help you to better define those concepts. We will be sharing the attendance list on the Telegram chat, so please be attentive to the Telegram chat. Remember that you can access the Telegram chat so that you can then keep following all the information that we have for you. Okay, so Kali Jam saying, I am still unable to use Telegram. It says my number is banned. Oh, wow. Well, that is a good problem that you have. Huh. We will have to figure this one out. I'm not the technical person with Telegram, so I'm going to ask for some help. So let me say this, Kalijam, can you please send us an email at agri.incubator.bz. I'm going to put the email address here in the chat so that you can send us an email. So it is agri.incubator at agriculture.gov.bz. Yes, and you can go ahead and send us an email, and then we will be able to assist you. Yeah, I'm going to request some special attention to be given to you as we need to resolve your Telegram issue. So Andrea is asking, what if you're a supplier, but if the vision of impact is broad, how realistic will it be? And it may not apply to all business ideas. Yes, you're right, Andrea. So this is a different type of business. Yeah, we're talking here about businesses that want to contribute positively to society, and to the environment. Yes, so it is slightly different from the normal business models that you would have seen. And this is what is trending around the world. Businesses that are linked to a cause. So this is the way to think about your business now. What is your business going to do to contribute to society, to contribute to the well-being of the people around you and of the natural environment? So when you're thinking about this, it does not necessarily mean that you're going to achieve it, yes, but you're going to contribute to that cause. So if you want to end poverty, for example, that can be your vision of impact. And you're going to end poverty by perhaps creating a business that is going to have a greater returns to your suppliers. Yeah, it's going to generate a higher well-being to those people involved in your business. It's going to have a cost-sharing mechanism that is going to allow for everyone to benefit at a higher level. Yes, so that is going to be then your vision of impact. It is going to guide your business in being relevant to today's times. No, today we need our businesses to be more conscious, and this business model, applying the theory of change, allows you to express this consciousness of your business. So Emma Gabriel is asking, will there be a face-to-face meeting to assist us at any time? Emma, if you are in the Cayo district, which I guess you are, um, you can send us an email at agriincubator@agriculture.gov.bz, and we can set a specific time. We have Dr. Carlos Itza and we have Mr. Sergio Gomez who are going to be providing you with that assistance that you will require. So Carlos, I guess, is having some technical issues in being able to join us here on the live stream, but we're going to get him to assist you face to face if that is needed. So remember, set your appointment through email so that we can then make the time. And remember, if you're going to be on a face-to-face session, it can't be a large group. So we want to limit this as much as possible. And we're going to ask you all to abide by the protocols, the health protocols, because we need to keep safe. COVID is real. Very well. So we have a few more questions. Let me try to answer them. So Roscoe is asking, if you do not have Telegram, how else can you sign in to attendance? Roscoe, we definitely want to encourage you to sign into Telegram because it is not only the sessions that we are having here tonight that are important, but we also have other information that we are sharing with you, with all the participants through our Telegram channel. We want you guys to be technologically savvy by the end of this process. So it is a two-folded approach. We have two objectives here. One is to get you to create this pitch, and we also want you to be well acquainted with today's technology. So we ask you to join our Telegram group. Otherwise, you could also access our Google Classroom. Our Google Classroom is available. We're going to be sharing the link with you. We are having some technical difficulties, so our banners are not coming up. And so I'm going to be just asking you to bear with us as we then are able to then show the different addresses. So there you have our email address at the bottom of the screen. You can send us an email if you have any specific question. Okay. Let me see who else has another question. I sent them an email will send to yours too. Thanks. Yes, thank you very much. I will be answering the questions in the email, and we're going to have our colleagues helping us to answer them as well. Please share the link here to complete the attendance form. Yes, we are attempting to do that. So I'm going to ask my colleagues if they're able to share the link, and we're going to then try to do that. We are having some technical difficulties. Technology is not on our side tonight, so I ask that you bear with us. Well, I'm going to the link to the Google Classroom has been shared in the Agribusiness Incubator chat group. So I'm going to ask you to look at it there, as you can then access the room from that side. Yes, I've also shared it for you guys who are already subscribed to the channel. You will be able to see it. You will be able to see it there. I'm also going to share the classroom link here. So there it is. It should be available now on the chat, as it has now been shared here. So you can click on it and or copy and paste it, and then you will be able to access the Google Classroom. And we are going to be sharing the link also to the Telegram channel, and you will be able to access that. So I'm going to share now the attendance list so that you can then click on it, and then you can tell us that you're here. And remember, it's important for you to fill in the attendance, because this is something that is important for us to record who is participating tonight, and so that we can have your certificates in time. Okay, let me see. Let me try to answer the questions that have popped up. I'm not able to get into Telegram. Thomas, can you send us an email, please? And we are going to then answer those questions. You're going to find the email at the bottom of the screen, and you can send us the email there, and we're going to be able to help you out with Telegram. So we have Ellie's Jungle Critter Adventures. Hi, Silverio. I filled out the theory of change, but did so in an Excel file. Not sure if it can be reviewed and receive some advice, tips back, so I amend if necessary. Certainly, certainly. If you filled out your theory of change, please send it to us. The email address is right here at the bottom of the screen, agri.incubator@agriculture.gov.bz, and we can review it for you. We can give you a call. We can meet on Google Meet. We can have a session with you to go through it and help you to fill it if it's necessary. No, otherwise you might be a master at it. So it will also be a good thing. So it is Thomas saying, I tried to join the group this morning. I do not understand why I could not join the live. Same thing last week. Okay, Thomas. Well, we're going to try to resolve your problem. I'm going to ask Precious to take note of that comment, and we're going to then follow it up. Yes. And we continue on. Okay, Roscoe is saying that we should have and keep in mind the effects that climate change can have. Certainly, certainly, Roscoe. That is precisely why the business models have now evolved, to be more environmentally conscious, socially conscious. And that is the type of business of the future. And this is what we want you to develop. Develop a business that's not going to be only for now. It's not going to be only for you to generate profits for yourself, but it's also that's going to help you to enrich yourself with more than just finances, for you to have an impact in your community and impact to your environment. So, Fish2603 is asking if there has been any activity on Telegram. No, we have not shared much in Telegram because we're waiting for people to join. And we have only shared a video to help you to access the Google Classroom. The good thing about Telegram is that once you join at any time, you're able to review the information that we have shared in the past. So you can simply scroll up and you're going to see all the questions that have been asked, all the answers that have been provided, and you will also be able to see everything that we've shared from day one. So we are going to now proceed to share more information on the Google channel, on the Telegram channel, sorry. So we are asking you to join. Yes. Okay, so Juan is saying, I can't write on the attendance form as someone else's name appears and freezes. Okay, I'm going to ask our colleagues, Carlos, Sergio, Leticia, Precious, please assist Mr. Juan Lara. He is trying to sign the attendance sheet. And please take note that he has attempted to do so that we ensure that everyone is able to sign. Okay, there seems to be a problem with the attendance sheet, as everyone is saying that it's not working. All right, I'm going to ask Kentisha if you can have a look at it, and then we will review it and we will share it through our Telegram channel, and we will also have it in the Google Classroom. Okay. We do have a reference of who is commenting here, so we will take note of that, and we will then ensure that you guys, that your participation in tonight's session is taken into consideration. Very well. Well, we're a little bit above time, so I'm going to say thank you very much for being a wonderful audience and for participating in tonight's session. And I know that we've had some little difficulties here and there, but we're trying to resolve them as we go along. So if you have any queries, if you have any questions, if you need more help, if you need more information, if you need more details about how to fill in the theory of change part of your Model C Canvas, then we invite you to send us an email. The email address is here at the bottom of the screen. It's agri.incubator@agriculture.gov.bz, or you can reach us through our Telegram channel, or you can leave your comments also in the Google Classroom. So with that, I say thank you very much, and may you have a wonderful holiday season. And we shall see you again next week Wednesday at 7 p.m. sharp. Until then, all the best. Good night.